today we're going to destroy some Valley, because I'm going to open them. Listen up, Rangers, welcome to the Geek Chest. My name's Steve. You might notice, don't have a mic hooked up. Not feeling good, just didn't feel like hooking it up. I'm lazy, my apologies. But today what I got here is you might be seeing a lot of blue, a lot of the same character, because I recently went to an estate sale, which the guy, or at least the place that was doing the estate sale, had a lot of sci-fi stuff there. My mom sent me the images. And I noticed that he had quite a bit of 1998 Lost in Space Trendmaster figures, which I have a really big soft spot for these figures. I still own, fun fact, these two guys. I actually have this one, and then the Battle Ravaged Robot Loose. But, like, of course, this is missing all of its parts, so I just have the robot in it with its arm. This one, I don't have the missiles for it anymore. And it's really cool to actually... I didn't even know they actually... When I seen the photos, I didn't see these in the pictures. But I saw the big robot here, and specifically the big motorized one here. And I also got this. This will be for a later video. But this is the old model kits that... I want to say came out the same year, because it was, what, 1998 this came out? I'm assuming this model kit isn't that much older than that. And it's still sealed. It's minty fresh, although the box is not in the best shape. So with that one, I actually plan on putting that together sometime. I want to put it together, paint it. I think it'll be a lot of fun. But mainly what this video is going to be is... I need to open these guys up anyways to remove the batteries. So I'm going to try to be as gentle as I can with the packaging and the wires. So I'm going to be doing a lot of untwisting. I also have different screwdriver sizes because I don't know what I need to get them off. I also got AA batteries because I know that's what these take. I'm actually kind of curious because I think both of these are the exact same robot. It's just the one's motorized, the one isn't. I guess we'll start with the little ones. They also have sound effects, which surprisingly for something from 1998.
Protect Robinson family. Protect Robinson family.
Although I have to hold the button down.
Protect Robinson family. Protect Robinson family.
Is that all it said? I thought I had more buttons than that one. This one has the same thing going on. Alright, so it sounds like they had two effects pieces. Alright, so it's the best. Okay, so there's a tape at the top. Tip-a-tip-a-tip-a-top. Oh, but I really don't want to open these because they're still sealed, but I'm scared. On a high note, it's not like these are worth that much money. Funny note is, my favorite thing still is when I open old figures like these and people go, oh my god, it's factory fresh, it's like a B+ packaging, what are you doing? Well, to be fair, as a collector, I tend to think of myself more as an open box collector, so honestly, I almost prefer to get these loose, because I want to open them, I want to mess with them. But with these guys in particular, it's almost more detrimental to the figure if I don't open it. Granted, the one I recently seen was somebody was complaining with the 12-inch Star Wars dolls, which those packagings, funny enough, were like very hit and miss. And seeing the missiles are hanging out here on the back, I'm just kind of seeing if I can get a good angle to unhook these. Alright, well now that I sat here and figured this out, I think I need one of those angled ones. It's almost like kind of like an Allen wrench, but it's got the screw heads on it. I think that's what I need for this guy to get him out. So I don't think I'm going to worry about that in this video now that I'm messing around with that. Because like I said, these ones, like the little guys, I specifically, when I see them, I'm like, oh, they're going to be sweet just hanging on the package. So, I'm going to put it back in, and then I'll have to go out and get those. But he also came with battle damage effects. But, for the most part, I don't want to make this video also like a million years long. But these ones, on the other hand, his box has got a tear in it. So, I don't mind opening it. And the big one specifically, too, I think it's just like, it'd be cool to have like one sitting out that... Because supposedly it has motion activated effects. So it'd be kind of cool if I could angle it somewhere in the room to be able to see people. Oh, big one up. Also, I always just love this packaging, like the blue on it. So cool. So, also another question you might be asking yourself is, Steve, why are you buying stuff from the '98 Lost in Space movie? Who talks about this? Who really likes it? And, I don't know, for me, I always had a lot of fond memories of a lot of my '90s movies, and specifically with this one, I know it hasn't aged the best, but I always really loved this movie. It's kind of in the same vein of like the '98 Godzilla movie, where it's just like a dumb, fun movie. And it has a lot of cool things. Like, I love the robot design in it. Like, I think it's actually like a cool upgrade to what you had from the original. I think it captured a lot of the characters from the original show pretty well. That, and also just like Matt LeBlanc with the folding helmet, like I just thought was like the coolest thing ever when I was growing up. And also something I guess to look forward to if you are a Lost in Space fan is I finally got some more printers along the way coming in, and one of them was a PLA. One of them was a big PLA, so I should be able to actually make like actual cosplay outfits. And I think my first attempt is going to be the Lost in Space helmet. Alright, he's free. Instructions? Because it looks like there was used to be an insert in the box, but it's definitely not there anymore. But this guy was also he was still taped. So I don't quite get that damage. Oh, he's so big. Oh, I was going to say, does he have double jointed elbows? Because that would be dope. Also, does his arm rotate? It's got ball joints here. Ah, he doesn't rotate. Okay. Then you got these ones here. Giant battery pack on the bottom. Thankfully, it is a small Phillips. So we're prepared. So now with the robot in this, the big one here requires 4, but it almost looks like to me that it's the exact same figure. It's just that one has chrome deco, this one doesn't. I know, for instance, you hit this button.
Crush, kill, destroy. Danger, Will Robinson. Danger. Crush, kill, destroy. Danger, Will Robinson. Danger.
Alright, so this is for back here. Don't mind me, I'm just trying to figure out, because there is a compartment here that doesn't have anything going on in it. But then there's this here. Oh, so it comes forward. That's interesting. So then, what, you put a missile in there? Ooh. And he's also got the compartments down here too. Oh, it's kind of a bummer that he only comes with 2 missiles. But you get 4 slots for it. Because you got the access point there. Oh, you get some articulation at the head. So the head can wiggle. Nothing crazy though. And then this also hooks in. There we go. And then you'll see on the back here, hopefully, there's a switch back here, so when you push the button, gotta push it down, but that locks them up. Really sweet. Guess you should probably check out the instructions and figure this one out. I'm not certain. Oh, the claws detachable, arms fold, remove cover to hide secret messages in storage compartment. Pull open spring-loaded claws to latch onto enemies. Squeeze lever to open pincers. So this opens this pincer. This one's just kind of there. It mentions pulling this open. Nothing crazy. It goes open a little bit. But this actually, this arm can pop off, it seems. Oh. Interesting. So I assume you could do that with the other side if you really wanted to, but then if you want some battle damage, then just slots right over. The interesting thing is, it has this screw right here. And what this does is you unscrew this, and then it reveals battle damage on his arm, or above his shoulder. Okay, so there's a magnet plate there. So I imagine, so the screw is probably for transportation, and now that I have it at my house, you don't need the screw. So anyways, what I was talking about earlier is this back part. If you want to hide something in it, he has a compartment here. So you can put secret messages and stuff back there. Not sure why you would, but at least it gives you the option. You get 3 audio cues. You have the missile here, which I don't know. How do you shoot the missiles? Because it looked like... Alright, you push it down on the back. Why wasn't this one doing it? So he has 2 that are in storage and then the one that can shoot. And then this just cranks back when you're done. That is pretty sweet though. So you can get the head out pretty far. You want them looking around. It gets kind of wobbly though once you get it out, but...
Crush, kill, destroy.
It's pretty cool. Alright, we gotta go rescue the missile from the other one. And then we'll compare. Also, you guys, I don't know if you guys are curious, but I ended up getting all this stuff for $60, which I thought was pretty good. Granted, it's not, like I said, it's not a super popular franchise, or at least the movie in particular. And a lot of stuff you don't really see going for that much. I think it's like the spaceships are can be a little pricey. The gun, of course. This guy, because he's just so damn big. I think it's the most expensive of the robots. And if you want Future Smith in his not revealed box, which is one I want to try to get a hold of. Okay, so there's... No, never mind. So for the most part, outside of swapped out chrome bits, I'm pretty sure this is the exact same mold anyways. Like, of course it doesn't, like this one has speaker box holes on the back. This one does not have those. Of course you can see the chrome plastic. But outside of that, that's pretty much about it in terms of difference. And then it's got the big wheels here on the bottom. This one doesn't have that. So the bottom's completely different with the chassis. Oh, it's 1997. At least the copyright for the figures here. Alright, I wasn't expecting all 4 batteries to be in. in one compartment. I figured some of it maybe be in a robot. I guess that doesn't make much sense, does it? Because it's probably everything in there's getting powered through that wire. One thing is, I know when I was a kid, I think this one's really cool now, but I think as a kid, I would have not liked this one. Because one, he wouldn't have scaled with the smaller figures, so it would have bugged me. Which is why I really love the small ones. I still do. Like, I would say, like, those are my preferred versions. If you're only going to get one version of this robot, that's probably good enough. Between the two, I would have probably went with this one too, because it doesn't have the wires hanging out. So it's harder to display, but as an adult... And I think, like, the younger the kid, the more you get enjoyment out of this. But it's like, it's got this little deck here, the little hack deck. It's got some fake wires. Whatever that blue thing is on the bottom. Alright. So right now it's an off. There's A mode, B mode. I think B is the move around. A is Sentinel mode, so that is the sensor. So let's put it on... Supposedly that's a sensor. Where's the sensor? I like how the instructions, they blacked out the section where it shows the push button. That's different. It does not say where the sensor is, but it's literally the exact same figure. So you can pop up the arms, do the same thing you wanted. I was thinking the sensor would have been there. Now there's this little circle here. There we go. Yeah, it's right here. And it helps to have the light here so that it can catch it better. Not the most consistent thing. Then again, growing up with these, because I know like the Trendmasters Godzillas I have upstairs, there's a few of those that have the sensor. Kind of the same boat. You have to have it in like a brightly lit area for the thing to actually work. Bro, let's put it on the deck. Because now... Danger, Will Robinson. Danger, danger! It's got a microphone. Doesn't really work too well. I like that it has the microphone, but you're not far enough. Like, you're never going to get this thing far enough to really make good use of the microphone.
But then again, you can start talking like shit. It's not that bad. Not good enough for YouTube, but not that bad.
It cracks a little bit. Then... So that's up. How do you turn them around? Oh, okay. So down goes forward, back gets them to kind of turn. So I guess I was holding this upside down. It's supposed to be held like this. Makes more sense now. That's kind of cool. Also glad the mic still works on it too. Actual prices, I would probably stick more with the smaller ones than these larger guys here. But still really sweet. Like, if you're a fan of the film, I would recommend getting them. That, or if you have kids, like, I definitely don't mind if Casey plays with these. Under supervision, of course. Like, for the most part, like, that's probably what this one's main job is going to be, is to keep the child occupied. Because I also thought it mentioned that it could pop that too. But I don't think, because there's this little knob here, but that doesn't do a thing. So I think you got to do that yourself. And it's the same thing. There's this little lever on the back that pops them in and then boom. You get them to sit up. Overall, it's pretty sweet. Yeah, I'm digging it. Like, it looks good. Like, if you, like, something surprising with a lot of these, like, older toys is, like, if you've seen the movie, like, this guy does it for you. It's not like you really need something that much more detailed than this guy. And personally, I kind of like the chrome a little bit better than the more actual, like, toy-looking one. Like, he seems a little bit more, like, official. I think the only thing, like, now having this, I kind of wish the arms were a little, you could play with the arms a little bit more. As I'm assuming, no, as I say, the smaller one definitely is probably going to be the more playable one, which is odd, because you think the big giant large ones would be. If you want something a little bit more accurate, you probably want to get the model kit. At least I'm assuming. We'll definitely know more once I actually bust this guy out to actually paint it up. But if you just want something cheap and don't want to mess around with it, these guys will do you nicely. But anyways, that's pretty much it for this video. So help us defeat those kaijus by hitting that like button, subscribe, become a ranger today. Also got Instagram, Patreon, Pinterest, Facebook. Guys, like keep up to date with you and donate. We greatly appreciate it. Also, like you guys, if you guys would like to get yourself some sweet collectibles, probably not much in terms of Lost in Space, but just sci-fi stuff in general. I like the description for Entertainment Earth. Help support the channel, and also, again, buy yourself some toys. Anyways, see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.